Hello then, welcome back. Last time we focused a bit more on Sicily, and that is basically what we're going to do this episode too. We need faster than Fox. Well, at least that's the goal. We have about 10 years to do that, and we started a scheme to murder this guy. And honestly, I can convince this guy, so let's do that. That should get most of it done. And while we wait for that murder scheme to go through, we'll go for the other free land, I guess, if you want to put it like that. And we're also gonna continue with the sieges that we've been doing over here. And I believe I had some extra men, and that they siege something up in Norway or Denmark, Germany or Poland. They siege something up north, and I'll go and check that in a minute. We're just gonna marry off this lady first. And I want inheritable traits as usual, and we don't look to be in luck for this marriage, so let's go for, or maybe we are. Let's go for this, try and get the highest tier of beautiful, or the pretty trait, into our family. Next step will be ransoming, because apparently I have a lot of people who can be ransomed, and we will ransom those that give us money. The rest, not so much. Or I have a 0-year-old who's ill and a Amazonian in my prison. If I convert you as a child and recruit you, can I do that? I can. Okay, I shouldn't laugh at that. Let me be honest here. You're worth a lot of piety, so I'll accept. Again, if you guys don't want to pay me, that's fine by me. You'll just turn into piety instead. And to me, honestly, both are fine. I have plenty of money right now, so piety is a trade I'll accept. So be careful. Make sure you make wise choices, if you will. This is the one I negotiated for joining my court, is it not? Or did I... Wait, did I have two of them? Ransom accepted. Ransom accepted. Nah, this should be the same one. So let's see if she joins my court or not. Yep, she accepts the condition. A 1-year-old sent me a letter. I accept your conditions. I will join your court in exchange for my freedom. That shouldn't be as funny to me as it is, honestly. But it is. So 8 months now to murder this man. Apparently someone has been sacking Blekinge. With the full settlement of Bragn of Tyal and Rikulfur, much of Greater Blekinge has been left bare to rampaging East Gatish hordes. So, did Uppland scatter? Nah. Okay, so the Swedes sent a huge raid party, so I guess I'll pay this, because it's nothing. And I'll have to deal with like the raiders sooner or later, but we're gonna subjugate Sweden too. That is the goal. To use my oh, why do you suddenly have so many men? I want you to fall back and help with that siege. I want you to retreat as soon as you have the option. Can you retreat soon? Go. You're gonna siege that, we're gonna join up the armies, and hopefully they will split up their armies when it comes to, well, resieging, because otherwise I might have a problem, let's be honest. Murder, it's for distraction. The man in charge of cleaning the clothes of Basileus Constantinos guards is brought to me. No one will notice him tampering with their clothes, and if something distracting for the guards could be planted, well, what would you have, my lord? I could cut holes in their clothes in improper areas, or I can lose some money and gain some progress on the murder scheme. Honestly, would just hurt his prestige, because it doesn't matter if I gain speed on the murder scheme, because we are currently lacking men to some degree to actually fight. I guess this means he's currently sieging my lands or something. Minus 333,000 days. That's that's an interesting amount of days, let's just put it like that. But again, I don't know what I want to do down here right now. I'm gonna split these armies in two to have them recover, and I guess I'm gonna have to like pay more attention, but again, I'm bad at that, so no promises. Okay, so the timer here keeps on going up. Am I just gonna be perpetually at war according to the game now? Is that what's going on? And you, are you at war with anyone other than me? No. You are raiding someone. Oh, that's me. I'm an idiot. He's not at war with anyone else. He has a decent military. Am I just, you know, did I just forget last time or something? Bleeding out. I'm inspecting the barracks infirmary when a severely injured soldier is brought in. He's losing too much blood. Where's the physician? The healer is nowhere to be found. A chill runs down my spine. I might be this man's only hope. Suddenly, as if she stepped out of thin air, my Rick's goody Gerda is at my side. She rolls up her sleeves and looks at me. Hand me the tourniquet. So I gained some stress, but I might save this man, and he'll join my court. He's alright. He actually has really good powers. I could try and just save him by myself, get way more lifestyle experience and a strong hook. And honestly, I could also just kill him for dread. But I think I'm going to try this because it would be nice to have, but it's a 70% chance of saving him and so much experience. But sadly, he died, and well, it happens. Spouse, grow fonder. To nurture relationships between the next generation of rulers is a duty we should not neglect, says Queen Danila. Some of your more influential vassals have children I'm certain Halfdan would benefit from knowing. So basically, I'm trying to make one of my kids friends with another kid, basically playdates. So I'm gonna just do this because prestige is always good. And I'm gonna send my guys here to siege Abruzzi. These guys are gonna stay here. Hopefully I can just bait out a, you know, not too big army to help out. I'll send these guys to regain some of their supplies after sieging Lubeck. The time has come. My agents are in place. One of them will play the assassin the very night the deed will happen. Another will ensure the wall is unguarded. A third will have several trail of candles to Basileus Constantino's bedchambers. Everything's in order. Let's do it. 5% chance of being discovered, 95% chance of murder. Let's pull this off. And he apparently seems to have survived. The 5% chance of survival, he pulled that off. So I can end my scheme to murder him. He'll become watchful. Or we can, you know, just, if you don't succeed the first time, do the second time. And I just realized that there's a huge army down here that I have been unable to spot, and that is actually going to be a problem to deal with. So let's go first to put the Pope's land, join up our army, then we'll sail down south. Basically someone's trying to befriend me. I guess I'll accept that friendship. Come on. There we are. I probably won't be able to, I will not be able to sub-siege. Honestly, I should just see where they go next. My army up here I should also send down south again. Is it regaining? It's regaining, so let's have it stay there for like 1 more month, or let's just sail down to Palermo first. And you guys do not need to actually go into the ocean, if you will. I want to see where they land, because what they need to do is siege these things. The murder scheme has been exposed. We lose a lot of murder chance here, as you can see. So we need to invite more, people to help us. And the reason why I'm going past those dudes is because they usually want a lot of money, like this mayor. The princess wants 50, way better, deal. The prince wants 150, nope. I want to murder him, but I don't want to, bankrupt myself. I spent a lot of money to get this money. or rather a lot of war to get this money. They grow up fast, so I have another one I can marry away, and she's a drunkard. I guess we will accept this trait. And since these guys just decided to go sailing, and they just landed, I might actually be able to win this battle, just purely on the fact that they'll have a debuff. And they're sieging this super quickly. These guys should die, and if they end up joining like one at a time here, this could get funny. There we are. Why have I suddenly lost so much war score? Oh, because I'm trying to take Sicily. I thought I was trying to take Bari there, so that is 100% my own fault. So I can't do anything about that now. I made a huge mess up, and again, that is going to cost me more years, as things usually are. Why have I been invalidated? Excuse me? The full can claim earldom of Cambridgeshire. It's in my realm, so apparently something happened. I guess there's a big revolt. Something's going on. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into it. I have a lifestyle trait. Let's keep on going down this part to profit. And we will siege this one, and that should be enough. We should have... We do not have 50% from sieges. That's a bit of an oopsie. But we should be able to do this. So, 89% chance of killing him, 5% chance of being discovered. Let's go. This time it would seem he died. Basileus Constantinos has left this world sent off by a bandit's blade. So basically, a bunch of bandits stormed his camp when they set up for the evening, and he was slain. And so were the bandits, so no one will ever know that I was behind it, which is good. That's how I like my murders. I'm just hoping these guys actually come to, you know, take me down, but it doesn't look like they are, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna split off the bigger armies, and we're gonna go hunt down them for, you know, battle score. Because we need it. So this should be enough. Scheme in court, someone's trying to kill Kjartan. And honestly, that's alright. As things, as bad as that sounds, it's basically alright. But yeah, we're gonna finish this, then we'll start working on the other counties, get the 2 last of the Byzantine counties, and then we can live happily ever after. Can designate a guardian, let's have my son. Can get you married. We'll do this. Both of them have the mid trait, which means they could breed a, I was about to say super soldier, which basically is what it is. And hopefully we'll have that happen. Sitno spared. Despite successful besieging settlement of Sitno, a fortification protecting swath of Greater Sitno, Chieftain Radslav has restrained his troops. The resulting looting has been isolated and sporadic. Though your vassal has been spared, so someone is causing mayhem, and they might turn their faces on... Sorry, not their faces, their teeth on me. Down the line. I hope not, but we'll figure that out as we go. It's no biggie. There we are, 100% war score. Is that as a result of captives though? No, not because of captives, so we will see if we have anyone we can, you know, do this for. The countess, not Duke Angel. King Adalhard does not want to, you know, get the Duke back. Oh, he only has claims. I guess that makes sense then. But I'll sacrifice you for the good of my people. There we are. And once again, we have the nice thing that we can't stand down because we have raiders within our lands. Honestly, I'm gonna purge them all. Erase a runestone, another one, another, you know. Guess I'll place it back home so it doesn't vanish instantly because I'm gonna give away Messina here to this guy. There we are. So we can now fight the Byzzies again. There's a new Basileus. They still have a lot of men. But if we do for like this county here and just finish it off once and for all. Are you at war with this man? Defending against just... Oh, and a war against tyranny. So if we weaken this dude, he might get deposed. Actually an interesting proposition. So why do we not just take this opportunity to get involved, for starters? And since we're basically going to be sieging and protecting our own lands, we are going to attack these guys too, at least those we can. And hopefully, by doing this, I can create some mayhem. Okay. So, I want to kill this man. Or is there a need to kill this man? He's ailing. He's a gout-ridden drunkard who's 72 years old. He has, well, a hollow body, so he gives me hope for for us living that long. But yeah, we're gonna raise our boys here. And depending on how quickly they attack us, we'll have to make our, you know, counters from that. And the goal here will be to take Salerno and Capua first, as well as sieging down the Byzantine core. Because, again, as I'm saying here, they should be busy right now dealing with that rebellion of theirs. And hopefully that'll be enough to, you know, distract them from my sieges. But I'll have to keep my eyes open, and I need to run as soon as I get in trouble. Hopefully. Hopefully I will be able to do that, because last time it did not go well. Weimar, you are fodder. Oh, I'm gonna mark this guy. A Herculean giant. Now, a giant is a minor health penalty, but the prowess, the opinion, the everything here, it's just a funny trait, so I like it, even though, you know, it's slightly detrimental. The prowess is really nice, though. Look at this, man. It's a newborn baby with 16 prowess. That's just insane. We're gonna enforce the bounce here because, again, it just makes it easier. Makes it so that I can have an army here to support the other army that's sieging. Or do we want to just... Well, we want to just siege this on second thought. Now, do I want to make a super duchy down here, or do I want to make a... I want to... Now that I think about it, I kind of want to make a super holding, but it's fine. Let's put my grandson in charge here. And I might actually end up making him king, and he was a bleeder, so... I believe this is what they call a bad idea. You do not have money, so... You'll be piety. They should have learned by now, by the way. If they don't want to be piety, then don't get captured. If they don't have money. Like, at this point, there should be some stories going around about a man who keeps on sieging. Like, sieging Sicily, and if you don't have money to pay for your ransom, you basically end up... end up a pasty. Stone of Glass, we had this before. And once again, we're going to buy the stone because it's a lot of lifestyle experience. You saw that. Basically, 3/10. So it's a really nice event. You can trade money for progress. Yeah, I kind of want you to go to Lek, and if they decide to land here, they do. Let's do this. We are going to run away. And we're going to meet in the middle. Gonna enforce the bounce on Salerno. There we are. Let's see, Salerno is yours. So let's give you the other half too. 9,000 men versus their 11. Again, the goal here... Oh, you're running? Now the big question is, do I want to gamble here? Opponent supplies running down, running low. They're in debt. Who is my commander here? Is it my best man? Basically, best man will come in later. We have half their numbers. That is the worrisome part. But once the rest of my boys join in, it should be slightly in my favor, and that is all we really need here. Oh, Jarl Kolbeinn has been murdered. Oh, Odin, how could you do this to Kolbeinn? He was brutally mauled too, so that's not good. He was blameless, my perfect son. He had 9 children though, so it should be fine. That means his land should be properly shared. And with Scandinavian elective, I can pick my children, or if one of my children dies, I can pick their children. So this guy will probably not be my heir. It's a shame that he was murdered, but even though it's my kid, I'll survive, I think. Now, how are we doing here? We ended up basically, you know, we got a ton of fame and a ton of devotion, but in terms of numbers, I'd say the Byzantines came out on top, honestly. Let's see, we'll put this man in charge. He's a holy warrior, and what I'll do here is have half the army go and gain supplies and have the other half of the army siege. And we need a new marshal. So I assume my marshal sadly died in that battle, which was bad. Ölgnupa, yep, that seems to be my good marshal. That's sad. And I need to question then if this is going to be worth it. You're an Orthodox Norse, I would assume. Well, I would assume you're piety. There is a. I have no idea how far these guys are gonna run. He's instantly leaving. As soon as I clicked on him, the AI was just like, "Get me out of here." The recent death of my son, Jarl Kolbeinn, has left his loved ones grieving the loss of a great man. As one of those closest to the deceased, I could take up the mantle of hosting a suitable funeral. It's a tradition amongst good Osatrans that we bury our noblest with a boat, the better to carry them to Valhalla, and surely Kolbeinn deserves this high distinction. I can make a small symbolic stone ship, a grand stone ship, the better to impress Tyr, or an ornate sailing ship, because he deserves the best. Or I can just say, no, too expensive. We'll give him the best. We have the money to spare. Now, the Byzzies are currently suffering attrition, they have low supplies and everything. So, I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen here, like where they're planning to go. And I stand in front of the small crowd of mourners, eyes sweeping over each of the weeping bereaved in turn, and begin my speech. Kolbeinn was a person of rare talent and diverse interests, both a fine jarl and a truly deadly duelist. Nothing can fill the hole that his loss leaves in our lives. The barrel behind me already contains a purpose-built vessel, the product of exotic wood, and our best shipwrights. It will never sail mortal oceans, but may please the gods and bring blessings on the deceased. Retainers carrying the last of the burial treasures, then finally, Kolbeinn's corpse laid out atop its bier, close the mound. So we lose strands because we've laid our loved one here to peace in a good way, the best that we could give according to our customs, and we gain prestige also because we've laid our loved one to rest at the best of our customs. So it's a best of both worlds really scenario, and apparently that made me go over the vassal limit. So I have an easy solution for this. Sicily, create title, and give it to this guy. There we are. 2 vassals will be transferred, and there was some rebellion going on, so I might have to clean up this area, and quite possibly this area too. But for now, it's fine. And I think I'll try and get. Are the Byzzies just going to allow their armies to straight up die, or are they going to go and reseed Syracuse? That's the big question here. But we have become a prophet, so it's going to be way cheaper now to reform our fate. If we look on the other end here, we could go down this tree. It's basically just making the priest love us. Level of devotion impact, it could also be nice because our current devotion is at maximum. So, as you can see, it will basically make every single church member love me. So, we've been called to war here. Freya's claim on the Yaldom of Smallland. Our enemy would be the Yalgnupa of Smallland only? Does he not have any allies? Rejected call. I lose 350 fame. I guess we'll accept that because it doesn't really, you know, harm me in any particular way. And we're gonna sail to Messina here because they are dropping. Oh, that war ended, you know, in a day. Honestly, it might actually have ended before I even got a chance to accept it. But we're gonna wait here for a little bit and then we're gonna attack. And we're just waiting for the. There we are. That should be enough. Opponent is recently disembarked. How long does it take us to walk there? 7 days. So we should lose the recently disembarked. They are, you know, starving. So we should be fine. The reason why chances are even, let's just, as you can see, you'll probably win, was because of the massive recently disembarked. So as you can see, owner is 1 year in death is -10 advantage. Supplies running low is another -10. And we win of the Commander Marshal too. So that's pretty good. So someone has claimed the county of Salerno, and well, nothing we can do with that now. But of course we ain't happy about it. Did we capture anyone? Doesn't look like it, but fame, devotion, war score. And they lost a lot of soldiers. So I'm gonna try and hunt down the runners here, because I don't know where they're gonna run, but if I can catch them, I should be able to stack wipe them. So hopefully we can do that. Scheme at court. I could do. He's exposed as an agent, and honestly, Sharton is again someone that isn't, you know, super important or anything. So I try not to get too involved because it's just a pain. And it seems like I will be able to capture an army here, and quite possibly wipe it since it's smaller than me. Yep, we wiped that. Tosti comes of age, skilled tactician, military engineer. That's pretty good. And of course, we need to find him a wife. Possessed. Yeah, I don't want possessed people in my family. I'll be honest. And Kemilainen, are you guys twins or something? I would assume so. So let's do this. Get the good trade in, and if we have anyone else, we can also try and get, you know, them to get the good trade. But after this, we should be done with the Byzantine War, and then we have another 5 years. So I should just barely be able to make this work, provided, of course, that we manage to kill this guy. So let's already start the murder scheme, because the war will take to an end soon. The guy here seems to have died, so we can fight him. This guy's still alive. East Francia has died, so the only truce that is really stopping me right now is the Byzantine truce. But we'll continue with this next time. The Byzantine War will just we'll win that by basically allowing the war score to tick. And we actually had another. Let's just do this. There's a chance of children being inbred. That's a risk, but I'm also trying to get the pure blood trait, so we're gonna have to inbreed at some point. I should probably wait until we have more like renown. Yeah, it's called renown. Renown perks that can, you know, offset the chance of that happening. But for now, it's fine. So again, here we're just gonna wait for 3 more ticks of war score for the Byzantines, and that should be it. We'll take Apulia, we'll take Asenka, this, and probably. Oh, someone's already done it for me. Alfheim is now under me. And that should be everything that we need, is it not? For I could hold a mystical communion. I got sick last time, but it's again a learning lifestyle experience, so let's do that before we end this one. And this one, I need to... Danelaw has the geo counties. So, as you can see here, I hold all the Danelaw counties. So, I assume I need to actually make the kingdom title. So, let's do that. And let's just take it one day and see what happens. There we go. United Kingdom. At long last, none can contest my rule as the true king of England. With the pretended state dealt with, my ultimate hegemony over the whole of Britannia is all but assured. One realm, one king. So, as you can see, I get quite a bit of prestige actually, 750. The petition between England and Danelaw has ended, so as you can see from the geo map mode here, England is now one kingdom again. And yeah, that's it. We got that sorted out. And I believe we did that without any, big accidents this time. And I believe all we need to do now is hold England for 30 and Denmark for 30. So, title history, we took the Kingdom of Denmark in 892. It's now 918, so 4 more years. And the Kingdom of England, we took in 892 December. So, yeah. Basically 5 more years because we're in January. 5 more years, we need to live until 73. And hopefully we should be able to do that. We're still feeling fine. So I know there is a couple of like temporary health events we can get. So we might have to try and go for hunts and feats and basically anything that will, give us a health bonus. Celibate does not do that, so there's no reason to do it. We could work off some stress, but I'll save that in case we, get in trouble. Thank you for watching, and I'll continue this next time.